Welcome in. How's it going? I hope it all is swell. Okay. What I want to talk about today is how the body positivity, the looks maxing, all of these insecure things put into one and what it has done to our society. You go outside and you look. I mean, everybody got anxiety. Everybody's insecure about something. But when you make that your whole personality and you have nothing to offer but that, it's like, dude, that should be a wake up call, right? Ozempic, for example, was used for diabetes. Now it's used everywhere for weight loss. And I'm pretty sure it suppresses your appetite so you don't eat or some shit. And if you're just doing that, you're starving yourself. That's not natural. That's not, you shouldn't have that going on. If you really want to starve yourself, you should fast naturally. Fasting repairs your body, especially when you do it for, long periods of time. It does it naturally. It naturally repairs your body. You know what I'm saying? Take a break from all that processed food. Man, Lord knows I do. Shit. I need to take a break, bro, but anyways, yes, I feel like around 2020 when TikTok was really popping and when quarantine was happening, the body positivity movement was probably the most it has been ever, right? Everyone was like, "Oh, this weight that." And listen, I understand you want to be comfortable in your own skin, but everybody needs to work out. Everybody. If you want to be healthy, you need to work out. You need it. Because when you get old and wrinkly and shit, where are the muscles going to have like your back? You see all the people who struggle to walk, who struggle to do that when they're old. It's because they didn't work out. Okay, yes, they might have had, health problems in the past, and I'm not saying that. That's a whole different situation. I'm talking about the people who choose not to work out when they have the perfect opportunity. When you're young, work out. When you're old, work out. That's all you gotta do. Just take a few hours, take an hour out of your day to just go do some cardio, to lift weights. You need to lift weights. You need to strength train to really, lock in that muscle for when you're older, okay? Right? And taking Ozempic or taking cheat code routes to do that is gonna have severe consequences in your future. A lot of people don't be thinking about their future when they do shit like this, and that's why this is a perfect segue to go into steroids. Steroids. Listen, steroids they're always been around, right? But with the rise of fitness influencers and how corny they are, fitness influencers back then used to be like, hey, this is our workout, this is what we do, blah, blah, blah. Shit like that. Fitness influencers now are promoting steroid usage. They're talking about normalize pinning up in the gym, normalize doing this in the gym, taking steroids in the gym, shit like that. It's like you have an impressionable audience and you're promoting this. I understand, listen, you take steroids, yes, but you don't have to make that known, obviously. And it's also a thing going around, oh, are you natty or not, this and that. Listen, this shit is getting out of hand. People are taking steroids for perfectly achievable builds. It's outrageous to me. Outrageous. Literally, like, why? I mean, I know why. It's like these kids and these teenagers are very impressionable, and all these influencers are just like, yeah, take steroids, take steroids. So they're getting these steroids at age 14, 15, 16. Even Clavicular was talking about he did steroids at like 14 or some shit. The entire looks maxing community is toxic, insecure men or women, right? So the steroids, they take them as teenagers, boom, affecting them all the way to their adulthood, affecting them. And then steroids is not something you can just drop, right? You need to take that shit a lifetime, or you're gonna see what's gonna happen to you, right? So all these kids taking steroids, all these teenagers, these men in their 20s. I don't think you should take it before 25. Honestly, when your frontal lobe fully developed, you need to make them crucial decisions to not take steroids, right? But they're taking them in their teens, the 20s and shit before they even fully get into the gym, before they fully get that physical peak. Okay, if you are gonna take steroids, you should do it. I mean, bodybuilding. I feel like bodybuilding is terrible for society. It's terrible. All that bodybuilding, all that shit is terrible. Okay, but you should only if you were to take steroids. I'm against it unless it's medicinal. If you were to take steroids, you should definitely do it after you reach your physical peak. Why are you taking steroids 3, 4 years into the gym when you are just getting off the ground? That's not even your true strength yet. You're not even touching your true strength. And you can still cut, bulk, see where you want to be at, and go from there. But taking steroids to achieve a look that you can achieve naturally is outrageous to me. And then my opinion on a lot of like, this is my opinion. So if you get mad, fuck you. Listen, my opinion on a lot of these bodybuilders, they look grotesque. They look nasty. You can't reach behind your back and grab your arm. You can't do none of that shit. They can't even touch their back. I seen a video of nigga putting shit right smack dab in the middle of his back. He couldn't get it off. Too bulky, too big. You in a life or death situation, what you gonna do with the muscles? A lot of them can't fight. They punch like this. They punch like this. I be seeing punch like this. Right? They can't fight. So all the muscles are just for show. In a life or death situation, what's gonna happen? You need to run. Oh, and then be out of breath because that's so many steroids. That how are you more out of breath? Listen, that's when you know you went so wrong. You're more out of breath than overweight people. I've seen so many overweight people that can just run. They can run, right? Yes, being overweight, obese is terrible for you, but it's still, something that can happen naturally. Steroids are not natural at all. Okay? So if and I dead ass see people online on TikTok or like Instagram Reels or some shit, they be talking when they be fitness influencers, they be talking about some bullshit, and then after every breath, it's just breathing heavy as hell. You should not be breathing that heavy for sitting down. You're sitting down breathing that heavy. That's not natural. What about that is natural? And then we can also talk about the fertility rate going down. We can also talk about how your nuts shrink. We can also talk about how you got roid rage. We can also talk about all of these side of the acne, how you age so fast, the balding, all of this shit that comes from steroids that people online don't tell you about, right? If you're an impressionable kid, you're like, oh yeah, steroids seem so cool. You're not getting all these side effects. Boom. Now you see him, right? Now you see him. Even if you do know about all these side effects, is it really worth it to just look weird? Is it? I don't think so. I don't think so. And like I said, this is my opinion. I don't think anyone, if anybody does see this, I don't think y'all should bash me for this because the fitness industry, the fitness in general is just going downhill because how many insecure people have taken over it, right? You go to the gym to look good for yourself, to be healthy, right? And there's obviously a sense of external validation. I have that too. You want to look good for other people too. But it just gets to a certain extent, right? Smashing your bones, taking drugs, doing all that for external validation. Do you not see where you went wrong in life? And whether or not it's for external validation or internal validation, you shouldn't get validation from your. Well, okay, you probably should get validation from your parents, obviously, because if you work hard for your body, I'll be in the mirror like, damn, I work for this shit, right? If you work hard for your body and you really truly feel beautiful on the inside, outside, you need to feel beautiful on the inside, okay? No matter how good you look, no matter how good you look, if your mental is not good, you're not good. Your mental, if your mental is not good, you're not good. I dead ass be having days like, damn, I look like shit. Body dysmorphia and everything, obviously. But I be like, damn, I look like shit, blah, blah, blah. And I be looking the greatest. But I don't see that because my mind doesn't look the greatest. You feel me? You can how you are when you look in that mirror is all up to your mental and your mind, right? So train your mind before you train your body. And that might be a little, projection because I definitely need to do that too. But genuinely, like I feel like the steroid usage and kids especially have gotten crazy as hell. These kids are taking steroids at the age of like 14, like I said, 14, 15. Clavicular was, and we can talk about clavicular another time, but I do want to touch on that topic on how looks maxing is dangerous too. First of all, you're smashing your bones. You're getting surgery you're taking meth, coke, all of these things for what? To look better appearance wise? Do you not like realize what it's doing on the inside of you? What it's doing to bro, it's actually insane to me. It's so insane to me how people don't think about their future when they're doing these things. People don't just yeah, man. I really wanted to come on here and talk about just how the world is not the world. I would say it's mostly social media because I don't be seeing this online, like in person. I mean, obviously, I be seeing pumped up steroid dudes, but you can never truly know their age because how old they look taking steroids. And this with Ozempic too. I just feel like whenever you get something from outside to try to fix your appearance or try to make your appearance better, that's when you go wrong. You should always love yourself. And I know it's crazy coming from me because like I know I'm attractive. Like if I were ugly, but it's different. Like people be like, if I were ugly, people be like, oh, right message, wrong messenger. You know, like people are so mean to ugly people. Like dead ass. Like, I had a video about that too because it's like it's crazy. But you should always love yourself. You should always love yourself and everything that comes with it. Unless it's really bad. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like you're doing okay, that's all right, whatever. Y'all have a good day or night. And I appreciate if you watch the video, if you stayed this long. But I'm outie 5,000.